up this morning and I pray to the Most High. The sun is shining so bright. I'm blessed to live this life.
Yahawashi, blessed be Yahawah, blessed be Yahawashi.
Shalawam. Welcome to the Helpmeets Hangout. Hey, because this is where the Helpmeets Hangout. Hey,
Helpmeets Hangout. Hey, because this is where the Helpmeets Hangout. Hey, and this is where we hang out, and this is where we be at, and this is where we pull out the Bible and the precepts. Period.
Yes, ma'am.
Lord willing, sisters are doing well through the Spirit. Lord willing, y'all are feeling good. Your day starting off good. Look, start the week off strong. Okay, start the week off strong. Start it off on the right foot. Okay,
had a good Sabbath.
Okay. Lord willing, we go into this new week with this mindset and the spirit that we can conquer and overcome and endure all things thrown at us this week. Okay.
Right.
And we're just gonna get right into this thing. So if you are a returning viewer, welcome back. Shalawam. If this is your first time watching, Shalawam and welcome. I'm your host, Abarriyah. This is your host,
Lily.
Welcome to Helpmeets Hangout. Shout out to the brother Mikael and the brother Obadiah for allowing their wives to have this platform because they could have said no.
Mm-hmm.
Most of all, shout out to the Most High, Yahawashi. So,
yes,
all praises. I'm gonna get the foundational precept, and then we gonna kick this thing out. 1 Peter 4:11. If any man speak, let him speak as the oracles of God. If any man minister, let him do it as of the ability which the Most High giveth, that Yahawah in all things will be glorified, and through Yahawashi HaMashiach, to whom we praise and demand forever and ever. Amen. So, look, we want to speak the oracles of the Most High, and everything we do and say, we want to glorify the Most High because it is only His ability they're able to do anything and get on here and have this platform. So, without further ado, I'm gonna pass the microphone. What they say? I'm gonna pass the camera to Lily.
I'm gonna pass the microphone to the next powerful speaker. God, I'll pray to the Most High. Hey, sisters, I missed y'all so much. Most High willing, like the sister said, y'all been enduring through all things, holding down a household, just feeling good through the Spirit. Enjoying these high holy days, these feast days, and just preparing to have a beautiful week through the Spirit. So today we are going to talk about finding that one thing that's going to help you endure. Okay. Continue enduring, should I say. But, sometimes we have so many other things going on and we just need that one thing that is going to help us keep our focus, help us continue to learn and grow and be the woman that the Most High designed us to be. For some people, it's just making sure that they pray every day. Some people is finding self-help books that help you continue enduring, continue improving your skills. Some people is sewing, whatever that one thing may be, you find it and you stick with it because those are the things that's going to help you keep your focus. And it could be like a outlet, it doesn't have to be anything where it's super deep, but just something where you can redirect your focus, help you stay calm, and help you continue enduring through all things. I know for me, I know y'all probably like, girl, really? But for me, I think I have two. I like audiobooks and I like because a lot of my audiobooks are like self-help books, but I also like music. That's just said, clock it. I'll praise the Lord.
I'll be back.
God. But for me, I like audiobooks just because I can still listen to them while I clean up. Some people might like it's kind of the same thing, but like what we're doing now, a podcast, you can listen to different podcasts because they have them on Spotify, Apple Music, things like that. Those are really good. But I also like music because and we were just talking about this in Bible study. The sister Yahawah brought up how David played the harp, and that helped remove spirits from Saul, and it kind of brought him back to peace. And, anything that glorifies and praises the Most High really, really, really helps me. But I love music. That's something that gives me a sense of peace, and it helps me, kind of come back to being calm, and, helps me regain my focus in order to continue enduring through all things, because sometimes I just don't have the strength to do all the other things that I would like to do. So I know when I get to my lowest points, audiobooks and music is something that I lean on to help me continue enduring through all things. And Lord willing, by the end of this episode, we could talk about a few things, and, you'll be able to find that one thing or those few things that help you continue enduring until the end. Because, listen, times are getting to a point where it's like, I feel like the spiritual warfare is not at an all-time high, but it's getting like higher and higher, and it's getting more intense. And the things that we experienced in previous or past seasons are intensifying, but continuing to keep our focus and to continue serving the Most High is our main goal here. But hold on, I had a couple points that I wanted to bring out. Okay, so the first example of the one thing that can help you continue enduring, I know I talk about this a lot as well, finding those scriptures to meditate on. So reading and finding those scriptures to meditate on. I know I like the Gospels. I love going in and seeing, how sisters or brothers were being healed and being helped. And I know that, hold on, bring this precept out. I'm bringing it out. Okay, this is Romans chapter 10 and verse 17. It says, so then faith cometh by hearing, and hearing by the word of God. So, just having those precepts and those accounts when you go back in. Also, I'm going to read direct to it in verse 10. It says, look at the generations of old and see, did ever any trust in the Lord and was confounded, or did any abide in his fear and was forsaken, or whom did he ever despise that called upon him? So being able to go back and read those accounts, it strengthens your spirit, because you're able to see that, okay, well, my foremothers were able to endure through something similar than what I'm going through, then I can also do the same. And that can definitely help you continue enduring through all things, because I feel like there's a precept for everything that we go through. If you take the time to read and sit down and actually study, and not just reading just to read, you will find a precept that's going to help you continue enduring. And even if you don't know, ask a sister. Be like, hey sis, I'm going through X, Y, and Z. Do you have any precepts and things like that? Another thing I can recommend is prayer. Prayer is that one thing that if you feel like you don't have the strength to do nothing else but pray, Y'all, Sister Yadiah got a prayer for everything. You need a prayer? Call Sister Yadiah. She's going to be like, okay, hold on. I'm going to write you a prayer and she's going to send it to you. All praise to the Most High. That sister has the gift of being able to do that. Prayer is our main line of communication with the Most High. So, get in your prayer closet. I don't know if y'all seen that movie called War Room, but that's the good movie to go watch. And she just emphasizes how much prayer, strengthens your spirit to help you continue enduring. Um, I know I've been talking for a little minute, but I didn't know if you wanted to ask something, but I want to keep going.
You know, nail. You really gotta. I had read this precept yesterday, and it really stood out to me. Let me get this. It's in Lamentations chapter 3. Let me find it real quick. Okay, sorry. Oh, where is it at? Okay, Lamentations 3 and 21. This I recall to mind, therefore have I hope. So we're all gonna have moments where we feel down or whatever the case may be. But you gotta recall these scriptures to mind. You gotta
Yes,
recall things to mind so you have hope to
in
keep
the spirit.
going. You gotta bring yourself back to back to earth. Bring yourself back to reality and find something to, keep you going. Have that hope, something that you to look forward to, something to keep
Mhm.
you going in the season you're in, something to help you be uplifted. I know you have mentioned reading. Sometimes you might just need to sit down and read Psalms if that's what helps comfort you.
Mhm.
Sometimes you might find yourself in a season where the only thing that's getting you through is just reading Psalms, how David was just crying to the Lord. You might be in a season where, you just have to find those things that will help you stay level headed because you're going to have those moments where you feel down, but you can't be there forever. I know
Yes, gotta get back up.
a sister was telling me the other day, you can't have a pity party. You can't have a pity party forever. You got to get back up. So yes, we're not negating that. We're not saying that sisters don't go through really hard things in this walk. We're not saying that you won't be hurt. We're not saying that you will not face hard things in your relations. But what we are saying is you cannot sit in that forever and sulk and cry forever. You have to get back up. You have to talk solution. You have to find something to pick your head up. Of course, the Most High. Cleave unto the Most High with all your heart, mind, and soul.
Hmm.
Continue to pray. Even if you feel like you're not being heard, he not there. He is. Keep praying.
Pray
Keep
anyway.
exactly. Even if you think, he already know, and it's just even if you don't know what to pray. Sometimes the only thing I can say is, Lord, I don't know. Please give me strength. Please
Mhm.
pray, make intercession for the things I know not to ask for. Sometimes that's what you got to say, and that's what you got to do. If that's
Yes.
what you got to do, just do what you got to do to stay in connection with the Most High. Okay,
Mhm.
even if you just had the most horrible day of your life and you can't find the strength to read, put on a Psalms audiobook,
Mhm.
something to help you stay connected with the Most High. Because the minute you close the door and turn your back to this word, that gives Satan all the room to come into your life. You open the door for Satan to attack, and if he's already after us trying to sift us out this truth, so you're just making it easier for him. You becoming an easy target. You've now cut off your first line of defense, which is the Most High in this word, because this word is your weapon. So you got to get up and find, like the sister said, books and audiobooks. That's been my kick lately. I found me a new hobby. Okay, reading a book, audio book. I've been, find you. Even if it's like you got lessons planned in the back while you're busy, even if you find yourself painting more, crocheting more, doing something to help you stay occupied, whatever it is, you gotta find it. Find you, pour into you, take care of your mental health, take care of yourself. Your joy,
Mhm.
your peace, and love shouldn't be dependent upon nobody else. Have that within yourself first, and find who you are in the Most High. So I'm done.
Um, you definitely got to pour into yourself because you can't pour from an empty vessel. You can't pour from an empty cup. You got
Ooh,
to make sure that you're taking care of yourself. So those things that help you stay uplifted through the spirit, the sister said self-care. If that's what's if, making sure that you take 30 minutes a day for yourself or 20 minutes a day or, 20 minutes or 30 minutes once a week or something like that, or just having a you day once a month, do that. Those are the things that, I know, like Sister Gia said, when you look better, you feel better. So sometimes you do have to, you're like, listen, I need to snap back. I need to get back to, who I know myself to be remembering whose I am and who I am, who the
Okay.
Lord designed me to be, because I know that this is just a spirit and I need to shake this thing off. Okay. So I wanted to read Second Ezra 14 through 16. It says, "Let go from the mortal thoughts, cast away the burdens of man, put off now the weak nature, and set aside the thoughts that are most heavy unto thee, and haste Salakia, and haste thee to flee from these times, for yet greater evil than those which thou hast seen shall be shall be done hereafter." But like I was saying, we coming upon some wicked times. We think it's wicked now. We are coming upon some times that we might not have certain things to hold on to and to cling on to. So we have to build up our spirit so that later on we can tap back into that. And sometimes it can be easier said than done, but this right here is our exhortation so that we can continue enduring, so that we can make it to the next season, because the same things that the one thing that I might have did last season may not be that helpful for me in this season right here. So just remember to be patient with yourself and know that this is the first time in your journey that you've been in this exact moment right here. I think I say that a lot of times, and it sounds crazy, but say it again.
To give yourself grace.
Yes, this is the first time you listen. This is the first time that you're going through the things that, and it may be similar circumstances, but you weren't who you were then that you are now. So you might have to find a different method in a different way to deal with and to cope with, and to so that you could continue enduring through the test or the challenge or whatever it is that you might be going through in this season right here. So I think a lot of us forget that. I think a lot of us forget that this is the first time we've been right here. We be so hard on ourselves. We so hard on ourselves now. I feel like we put more weight on our plate than what we need to. Instead of being like, you know what? The Most High got me. And if I continue to do this right here and keep myself in the spirit, let the Lord handle everything else. Let the
Yeah.
Lord handle everything else, because when we start, how can I put it? When we start reaching for things above us, then it adds on more stress to us instead of worrying about the things that we can handle right here. What can I handle right now? And y'all know I always talk about the serenity prayer. Lord, give me the courage to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things that I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. You have to know you have to have that wisdom. And I added wisdom, knowledge, and understanding to know the difference, because I want to be able to understand how to navigate through these things and how to do it appropriately, and not just giving myself or my time over to things that'll keep me idle, or things that will soon have me taken out of the spirit, if that makes sense. So yeah.
Con. That's the spirit, because I was trying to find this post. It says something about perfectionism, but I can't remember. But I came across this one instead. Sis Gia be posting it. She be posting like those motivational quotes and things in her
Mm-hmm.
as. But this says, "Unburden yourself. The easiest way for us to get overwhelmed is when we try to hoard all the responsibilities, even if it's not ours to carry. So today, unburden yourself with those extra loads. If it's beyond your control, let it go. Allow God to comfort you and give you rest. If you're overburdened, the first thing to do is to stop focusing on other people's lives and start surrendering everything to God.
Mm.
Unburden yourself, man. If it's
Uh,
beyond your control, let go and let Yahawah, let the Most High God. Okay, you can only
mm-hmm.
much. Focus on what you can control and what's in your control. And just speaking of that, it reminds me of this. I'm gonna tell y'all a few things that's in our control, because sister Yahawah not sent it. Let me get it really quick. I posted on Instagram yesterday, the other day. Uh,
That be the spirit, how that be working out like that.
so these are some things in your control: how you treat others, your attitude, your words, what you think about, your faith in the Most High, how much we pray, our obedience to the Most High, how we handle temptation, forgiving others, our effort to grow spiritually. These are some things out of our control. Suffering and trials. Now that's subjective, I feel, because some things are brought on because of your actions, and actions have consequences. But closed doors, the future, the timing of the Most High's promises, delays and waiting seasons, unanswered prayers, His timing, others people's opinions, the past, people's actions, and persecution and criticism. Those are the things outside of your control. So focus on what you can control, your spirit, because we all have to give account unto Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi for our actions. Don't worry about nobody else. Focus on you and how you can take care of your spirit, how you can be uplifted. Yes, we are here to be helpmeets and serve our husbands, of course, most definitely. Yes, we're here to take care of the family, but you are responsible for you at the end of the day. So do what you have to do to uplift your spirit. Do what you have to do to pick yourself up out of the dump. Do what you have to do to make sure you're in your word. Do what you have to do because you are responsible for you, nobody else. You know, we talk about stewardship and taking care of the things the Most High has given us. Well, take care of you. That's a part of that. Take care of yourself. Take care of your spirit. Take care of your health. Take care of those things.
Yes, con. Um, I was gonna say, speaking of Sister Gia, she kind of reminded me through the spirit of affirmations, and I think affirmations is a beautiful thing to help help you stay in the spirit. I'll read this precept real quick. Where is it? Oh, here you go, right here. Proverbs chapter 18, verse 21. It says, "Death and life are in the power of the tongue, and they that love it shall eat the fruit thereof." So, speaking to yourself in speaking and saying affirmations and just having those powerful words to uplift you and, start your day off are definitely something that helped me, help my confidence, help me uplift my spirit, help me basically instill the things in me that I already knew, but it's like a good reminder. Sometimes you need that reminder. Sometimes you need to say, you know what? I already knew this, but I'm going to say it anyway, because then it starts, you plant that seed and you're watering it, and the Most High will give the increase on that thing. But I love affirmations. You can put them on sticky notes. You can set yourself reminders. You can, like I said, certain precepts, you can go back in and use those as your affirmations. Just speaking life into yourself, because the way you pour, the way you pour into others can only be, and like I said, that overflow from what you already have. So if it's nothing flowing from you, it's nothing that you can help and give to another sister or give to others or give to your community, your congregation. You show up and they'll be like, "What's wrong with you? You okay? Everything okay?" And it's just like, yeah, but no, everything's not okay. So speak to yourself and say these affirmations. Whatever it is that you know that you need, write down these affirmations and put them on your mirror, put them, have them as a reminder on your phone or whatever you need to do. And it's kind of like putting that armor on for the day. Gearing yourself up and hyping yourself up through the spirit. Like, listen, I know this, I know that, I am, I am a beautiful daughter of Zion. Whatever your affirmations need to be. I don't have any examples right now, but I love affirmations. You is smart, you is kind. I am smart, I am kind.
Talk
I
to
am
yourself how you
patient.
would talk kindly to somebody else. Simple.
Yes.
Don't
I
beat
am
yourself down.
beautiful. I have self control. I have confidence. I have kindness. I am moving in the fruits of the spirit, certain things like that. So you definitely want to build yourself up and make sure that you are strengthened through the spirit as well.
Indeed. Indeed.
Yes.
All praises. All praises. I definitely agree with that. I definitely agree with that. You know, wait, what did Judith do? Thank you. Let me okay. We got a fussy baby. We got a fussy baby. Okay. This is Judith 10 and 3, and pulled off the sackcloth which she had on, and y'all know I love to get this, and put off the garments of her widowhood. Ooh.
That
And
was a
washed,
good one.
and washed her body with water, and anointed herself with precious ointment, and braided the hair of her head, and put on the tire upon it, and put on her garments of gladness, wherewith she was glad during the life of Manasseh her husband. And she took sandals upon her feet, and put about her bracelets, and her chains, and her rings, and her earrings, and all her ornaments, and decked herself bravely to allure the eyes of all men that should see her. So look, she took care of herself. It's okay to take care of yourself.
Hmm.
It's okay to dress up nice, do your hair, get you a new outfit. I remember grandma used to say growing up, she used to say, now you make sure when you get paid, you get an outfit every time you get paid. So that way you can have a whole bunch of clothes.
It's
The one for self-care. Like she has a
like
whole
my nana.
routine. So it's okay to pour into you, okay, to fraud on the stuff of the good day. We talk about this all the time. We talk about this all the time. These are some things we talk about all the time. So kind of do those things. Just like the other day, I washed my hair, I picked it out. Then the day after that, I twisted it up. Look, I
Hmm.
had the whole setup going. I went and got the stool like the living room, put it in the bathroom, started parting my hair, twisting it up.
It's so
Look,
cute.
thank you. And I felt so good. I was like, yes. So yes, when you feel good, when you look good, you feel good. That is
Yeah.
facts. Take care of your body. If you want to get off some pounds, hey, make a
Yes.
plan of what you're gonna do to shed that weight. Okay, be serious and intentional about becoming the woman that you always dreamt of being. Okay,
Hmm.
take yourself seriously. And in the words of a good sister I know, and she gonna know exactly what I'm talking about. Be that girl. You are that girl. Okay, you are her. Okay, so let's get into it. Let's get into it. Pick yourself
Hmm.
up. Pick yourself up through the spirit. Because look,
Yep.
at the end of the day, sometimes as women we pour into everybody else. But who gonna make sure
And
we
do
good?
you be feeling like you on the back burner? I don't like feeling like I put myself on the back burner. I have felt like that for so many years. I feel like, I just do for everybody else. And then when it comes to me, I'll just be like, oh, well, I'll be okay. No, take care of yourself. Show up for you. Celebrate those small wins. Celebrate those small achievements until you reach your bigger goal. Even though you might not be, exactly where you want to be, you are much further than where you used to be. So that could be one thing that you do as well, like celebrating those small wins and just being thankful, praising the Most High, praise the Lord on your way to where you are going to. Like, don't wait until you get there to praise the Lord. Praise the Lord through the whole journey, and enjoy those moments.
Mhm.
I'm just right now in the season that I'm in, I'm learning to be in the moment. Enjoy these moments because I feel like a lot of times, we kind of get in a phase where it's just like, how you doing, sis? Enduring. Like, no, enjoy your moment. Enjoy this moment. Enjoy, these moments that you have with your congregation. Enjoy these holy days. Make time to make memories. Take time to go out and do stuff with the kids. And, next year they're going to be a year older. Don't wait and like, oh, well, she's a baby now, I can't wait till she start walking. No, enjoy her baby moments. Enjoy her moments where she's dependent on you, because when she get to be a teenager, she gonna be like, all right, mom, I'm about to leave out. You gonna be like, where my baby going? where's my baby going, or like even for yourself, if you are in school, sisters that are in school, well, I can't wait to graduate, I can't wait to do this, I can't wait to do that. Enjoy the moment that you are in right now, because it's about the journey. I know we focus a lot on the destination, but it's also about the journey. So where you are right now, just take a moment to look around. Take a moment to just stop, breathe, smell the air, go outside, go for a walk, enjoy, the weather. If you in a warmer climate, enjoy the warmness. Some people, they look outside their window and there's snow out there. They can't go outside. But just enjoy the small things that the Most High is providing for you. Oh, I can't wait till I get a bigger house, or I can't wait till I get another this or another that, or enjoy the things that the Lord has provided for you now. I look around and I'm like, Lord, thank you for the lights, thank you for my bed, thank you for the house, thank you for the car. Thank you for, just be thankful. Thankful that, certain ailments that you don't have, certain struggles that you don't have that other people have to endure through. And just, write that list of gratitude. That's what you can do. If that's one thing that's gonna help you continue enduring, get a gratitude journal. Write down all the things that you are thankful for. Write down all the things that, the accomplishments that you have been able to achieve through the power of the Most High, and just be thankful for that. It be the small things that, like I always used to say, for me, it's the small things. Like when I was in the world, I didn't like celebrating big things. I like going out. I want to go out with my friends, or I want to go out. Let's go do dinner, or let's do, it be the small, simple things for me. So I don't know if sisters can relate, but
No, that's a good point. I need these reminders too. This is real timely. Yeah, we're all enduring. Some seasons are harder than others, but hey, man, look, you gotta find the joy in it. Okay, you gotta find the
Mhm.
joy because we want more, but how are you taking care of what's already in front of you? You know what I mean? Like when these tribulations come, you just sit there. And so it's like, but we have to remember to whom much is given, much is required. And it's like you want the Most High to bless you and to elevate you, but you do know that those things are only going to come through tribulation. You got
Mhm.
to flip your head to learn. You have to go through things to grow and to elevate. Sometimes the Most High has to break you down before He can build you up and bless you. So it's like, how do you want more? And like we be saying, different levels, different devils, new seasons, new demons.
Ooh, yes, Lord.
Like when you get that increase, you're going to be trial even more fire. But the fire you're going through right now, you don't know how to react or respond to it. You just sit there and soak in it and just kind of just go, just kind of go, you kind of lose yourself and lose the bigger picture when you should be connecting with the Most High more, praying more, fasting more, doing
Yeah.
things to uplift your spirit. But you're just sitting there. So just take that time to examine, like the sister said, enjoy where you are, even if it's not the most pleasant. Find something in it to make it pleasant. That's what we're getting at.
Yep.
Fresh
Uh,
air, prayer, meditation, whatever you gotta do.
yes. Even we talked about self improvement and improving yourself and um learning those things that you want to improve on. Sometimes it's good to just sit down and self reflect and see, okay, last season, this is where I was. And in this season, I want to do a little bit better. So if that's going to help you continue enduring, looking forward to what you can improve on, that's a beautiful, humble spirit to have about yourself. So, but yeah, self improvement, because we want to be blameless as possible in this thing. We want to strive for righteousness, and we want to be an example and a light in this dark wicked world. So if self improvement, that's your thing, hey sis, write your list down and start checking them off. So I'll also say, like, setting boundaries for yourself. if that's going to help you continue enduring, setting boundaries for yourself, I know um, it might be foreign to some of us to kind of, we don't want to say no to things, or we
Mhm.
don't want to set boundaries about certain things, but self-preservation is very key. And I'm not saying be selfish, and I'm not saying not to do for others, because that's not even my spirit at all. But
Mhm.
sometimes we do have to learn how to um, know when enough is enough, or
Mhm.
know when too much is too much. Sometimes we can overextend ourselves, or sometimes we can volunteer ourselves and sign up for more things. We're not octopi, or yeah, is that how you say it? We're not octopi. um
What is that?
that's multiple octopus.
Oh, okay.
Because I said we, or if I would have said I would have been like, I'm not an octopus. So we're not
Oh,
octopus. We are not creatures where we can. It's sometimes we need to focus on that one thing. One thing at a time. What they say, slow and steady wins the race. So overwhelming ourselves sometimes it leads to burnout. It leads to fatigue. It leads to you being tired, irritable, not patient, not moving in the fruits of the spirit. So sometimes you do have to set those boundaries so you can say, you know what, right now this is not the time or the season for me. And that's very prudent. It's very prudent when you sit down and think about it, because you are foreseeing the evil that can come. Like, all right, if I take on too many tasks, if I promise to do all of these things, and my word is my bond, and come out my mouth and I say this is what I'm going to do, I need to be doing that, and then of course it's Lord willing. But I said that I would volunteer and do this for the congregation, and dang, I got homework to do, and dang, I gotta go to work tomorrow, then I gotta host Bible study, then I got to call on Thursday, then I got Saturday I gotta Friday I gotta prep the food for the Sabbath so I can be at the school so I can serve, and then you doing this every week.
look, you don't want to stretch yourself thin.
Yeah.
You don't want to feel like the only way you can get stuff, like, you don't want to have this level of I have to be perfect at every single thing,
Yeah.
because it's not healthy. It's
Right.
okay to not have it all together.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay. And I'm not, and when I say that, I'm not saying like have your house a mess and be a mess. I'm not saying don't have goals, don't have a vision, don't have a plan. But we are going, like, we're in this flesh, we're human. You know what I mean? Like, you're not gonna have it all figured out. We're all still learning and growing all the time. You're not gonna have it all figured out. You're not, don't have so much. It's okay to have high expectations and standards for yourself, but don't make it so high that if you don't meet those expectations and if you don't feel like you're perfect enough, you don't want to be in a place where you're putting on too much on yourself and you're stretching yourself
They
thin.
bring on other spirits. Yeah.
Exactly. So have a balance. Have a balance and give yourself grace. Of course, don't sulk and mope, but give yourself grace. It's okay to give yourself grace. It's okay to be gentle to yourself. It's okay to take your
Mhm.
time. It's okay. It's okay to not be perfect, and it's okay. It's okay.
Yeah. Because,
It's okay to not be superwoman all the time, because a sister reminded me of that. Because hey, when we weak, hey, that's when the Lord uplifts us and give us strength. You can't be strong all the
okay.
time. How you gonna be strong all the time if the Lord is your strength? Sometimes you gonna feel like, bro, I can't do this. I need the Lord. I need the Lord. Sometimes the only way obviously all the time is the Lord. But some seasons you might be so down bad. It's going on. The only way people look at you and be like, ain't know how she got through that. That was nothing but God. And that's what he wants sometimes. He wants you to be so
But
low.
the Lord.
Look at you, all they can say is that had to be nothing but God.
God.
They did that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God.
More.
She said no, ma'am. And then, another thing, sisters, find your gift, your talent, if that's what's gonna bring you a sense of peace, to help you continue enduring. I know some sisters make zeets. You can pass, sorry y'all. Find the things that's going to help you pass your time by, so that you don't feel like, you are just going. Something that's going to slow you down and settle you down and bring you a sense of peace, making zeets or posting exhortation, sewing, um, you know, um, teaching another sister how to sew, making garments. Um, Listen, they got adult coloring books out here. Those are really good. Crossword puzzles help unscramble. I've been recently you can get on, I forgot what that app is called. Duolingo. You know, find you another, learn another language, learn another skill, tap into a new hobby. Some sisters like going skating, at the skating rink. So I know a sister that's in a bowling league. Those are things that, because she has time to do it. But, find those certain things that are going to help you through the spirit continue enduring. Sometimes we need that release. Sometimes we just need to go for a walk. Sometimes we just need to sit down and have a sense of peace and quiet. Go sit in your prayer closet. And find something on Pinterest that you might like and design you a prayer closet. If you have a space in your home and when you can where you can do that, I definitely recommend that. I wish I had the space to do it now. It's just so much stuff in there where I used to have it, but I think I'm going to strive to recreate my prayer closet space that I had, because sometimes I would wake up in the morning, I would just go and sit in there before I do anything else. Just go sit in there, study, do a little lesson, and read. Those things. Definitely help. And then also you can find things that help you continue enduring that you can do with your kids as well. Sister Shayna, she has the Sabbath activity book. And also on Amazon, also Amazon and Facebook Marketplace. I don't know if it's like Facebook Marketplace or it might be a certain page on there. Like Israelite Facebook Marketplace, I think. But anywho, they have different activities that you can do with the kids, and that's helpful for them because as you train up the children in the way that they should go, these are the things that they hold on to so that they also know how to find that one thing that helps them continue enduring. And so when when they come across times where they feel like, oh well, this season is a little bit tougher. My mom, she taught me how to do this, or my sister taught me how to do this, or another sister taught me how to do this and that. So the things and the skills that we cultivate now and that we use, we can ultimately pass them on to not only another sister, but we pass them on to the children so that they know how to endure through all things too, because we don't want to forget about the other people around us, because we make such a huge impact not only on ourselves but on those around us. Because definitely, whether you know it or not, like we said before, somebody's watching you. Somebody's seeing how you're enduring through all things. Somebody's taking notes, and they might not speak up and say, hey sis, I'm watching you, but they'll do it silently and from afar and adore you for those things and be like, oh well sis, I saw you doing this and that, and that it really helped me. It helped me learn how to endure through this season. And that goes back to what I was saying about making sure that we're reading these accounts, because these accounts also help us. But when you have that example in the flesh, and we see what another sister is doing to continue enduring through all things, it's like, all right, well, it makes me feel good because I can do this too. So I praise to the Most High for that. um
Alright. I wanted to show y'all these real quick because you had brought up some other crossword or word search you've been doing.
Mm-hmm.
I had bought this from the Dollar General for $3. It's a where I ripped that off. But the Bible search, and it's like it's you color on one side.
Mm-hmm.
It has a Bible verse. Like this is Psalm 63-4. That has showed thy people hard things. That has made us to drink the wine of astonishment. That has given a banner to them that fear thee, that it may be displayed because of the truth, say lie. So the
Huh.
words that are in bold, you see some of them are in bold. The words that are in bold and all capitalized, those are words you find. Haven't started it yet. And then this was gifted to me. It's a postpartum workbook and journal since we just had, Salem. Everything's gonna be okay. And it's like you
Yes,
know,
journal. See
it's like
that? First page you flip to says self-care checklist.
really that's the
Mhm.
spirit. Let me go back. Okay, she said it said many times our mental state keeps us from taking care of the physical things. Here's a checklist to help: shower, nails cleaned and clipped, makeup, clean clothes, shave, hair wash, haircut. So you
Mhm.
know, and oh, even though you're a parent now, it's important to remember you are still an individual. Facts. Important to
Yes.
each page has different journal prompts though. So, but I haven't started it yet. I want to, but I don't want to start it and then like fall off. So I want to make sure like I'm gonna commit to it. So,
Sorry.
but even if it's just like every night, but yeah, find something to occupy your mind. You made a
Yes.
good point about especially the kids. Like kids look up to us, especially if they're in that taller age. Like Brielle is at the age where she's starting to understand stuff now. And so it's like kids are real like more susceptible and sensitive to spirits and picking up on things too. So you got to be an example and show them what healthy coping looks like. Because ultimately in this walk, we all coping from with these triple.
Okay. For one thing or another.
Okay, so show them what it looks like to endure health to what it looks like to endure in a healthy manner. I should say that endure in a healthy manner. Show them what it looks like to still be connected to the Most High, no matter what you're going through. Show
Mm-hmm.
them what it looks like to take care of yourself, no matter what's thrown at you. Show them what it looks like to still show up for the Most High, no matter what. You don't want to show them that and I'm not saying be perfect around your kids all the time because they need to know what it see. They need to know, okay, when I fall, I'm supposed to do this, not turn to liquor, fornicating, weed, and things like that. Show
Mm-hmm.
them, be real around them. It's okay to. Well, I guess what I'm just trying to say is you don't have to put on, and I speak personally as a woman. I'm not saying it's right
No
or
facades around here.
you don't have to put on a perfect facade around your child. Show, like they need to know what it looks like to cope in a healthy way so that if in the event that they are going through something, they know. I remember growing up, every time my mom was sad, she would praise the Lord afterwards, you know what I mean? And she would pick herself back up. That's what I'm trying to get
Mhm.
at. So, kind of.
Hold on. I wanted to read this precept. Okay. Um. I'm going to start. It's Acts chapter 9, verse 30 and 39. Um. Con. It says, and for as much as Lydia was nigh to Joppa, and the disciples had heard that Peter was there, they sent unto him 2 men, desiring him that he would not delay to come to them. Then Peter arose and went with them. When he was come, they brought him into the upper chamber, and all the widows stood by him weeping and showing the coats and garments which Dorcas made while she was with them. So I brought that up just to say that sister, she was making garments, okay? That was her thing that helped her continue enduring. That was her one thing that helped her, you know, stay in the spirit. Because she wasn't doing those things for herself, but she was doing it for others. And then when it came time to almost be at the end of her time, that's what people brought. People brought the coats and garments and just showed her mighty works. So, our foremothers, they had different things that they did to stay in the spirit and, to help them continue enduring through all things. So, Lord willing, sisters, you can tap into, the spirit. And if you don't know what your one thing is, we always say Pray to the Most High to help you. He will reveal it to you. He will show you what you need to do, and you have to hearken. The Most High is not. He's not going to yell at you. He ain't going to yell it and be like, "This is it right here." But He'll show you. And all praise to the Most High through the wellness group that we have. I talked to Sister Yahawah, and she was like, writing her prayers. And like I was saying earlier, she was like, I didn't, she didn't realize that. But, after, talking to her, she was saying, that's her thing. That's her daily thing. And when she had said that in the group, I was like, you know what? That was my problem. I was trying to focus on, how we were talking about earlier, like focusing on so many different things. Like, I'm sewing, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. I was like, girl, you're doing too many things. And so I realized that for me, my thing is exhortation. Like, I love helping people, and I love to just make sure all of us are staying in the spirit. So, as much as possible, when the Most High put it in my spirit, I'm obedient to post my exhortation. And the Instagram that I have is Daughters with Divine Purpose. And so I just felt like, design with us in mind is Daughters with Divine Purpose, because, we're all here for a reason, and, we're all striving for the kingdom and seeking salvation. So, you have to find your one thing that helps you stay in the spirit. But Lord willing, sisters got something from this.
Con. That's funny. Because I remember real, like, she wasn't walking yet, and people were saying like, all right now, because when she start walking, they learn how to run next. All right now,
Right.
they can run. Push for it. And me and my husband literally were just talking about yesterday. We were like, bro, we don't even remember when Brielle started walking. I don't even remember. Like, it's
I
just like
do.
one day she started walking out of nowhere. Like, what in the world? Like, she was
Hmm.
taking those inching steps, you know what I mean? But it's like
Hmm.
somewhere she just got it and just started taking off.
Girl, I
Like,
remember she was holding on to that chair. You was like, girl, let go of the chair.
oh my gosh, I remember that too. See that, and I'm enjoying it all, man. So you can have those memories you look back at, like, wow, that was a
Hmm.
different time. That was nice. Yeah, because I do remember that. That girl wouldn't let go of that chair for
That
nothing.
was like right
She
before.
was
That
holding
was
on. She was
that
holding
like
on.
a month before Salem came?
I think so. She was holding on to that bathroom door for dear life. I was like, girl, let
Yes.
girl, let go of the door. But you gotta enjoy where you at. I promise you, because I promise you, you're gonna look back and be like, wow, that was a different life. I mean, even me before I lived in Texas. I mean, before I moved to Georgia and I was living in Texas and I was long distance with my husband, even then I was like, oh, I can't wait to get up to Georgia to move with my husband.
Hmm.
And now I look back at that time and I was like, wow, that was a different life. I wasn't a mother yet. So everything was different. I looked different. I'm not saying I don't look good now, you know what I'm saying? No, I'm going to stop.
Okay. Ow.
It was a different life though. It was different. Everything was different. So I look back and I just like, wow,
Hmm.
that was a different life. So enjoy where you at. But I just came across this post. I feel this is none but the spirit. I wanted to read it. And this literally reminds me of like showing up for yourself, like pick yourself up. But it says, this is me right now. I'm in the middle of the crushing and the calling at the same exact time. I feel the weight of the sword in my hand, the crown on my head, and the oil being poured, whether I feel strong or not. And honestly, it's a lot. But Esther didn't step into her assignment because she felt ready. She stepped in because she was chosen for that moment. That's where I am. That's where so many of us right now. God is teaching me some things. Your tears don't cancel your calling. Your shaking doesn't remove your crown. Your crushing doesn't stop the oil. Sometimes obedience looks like praying through the tears. Sometimes boldness looks like standing still when you'd rather do anything else. Sometimes, for such a time as this, looks like showing up when everything in you wants to stay at home in bed. I'm learning this, and I know I'm not the only one. If you're feeling the pressure, the stretching, the shaking, just remember Esther felt it too, but she still stepped out, and God met her in the moment, not after it. This crushing is not to break you, it's to shape you. This oil is not cheap, and neither is your assignment.
Mm.
Hey, it said, look, even when you want to stay in bed, you got to get up. So look, find something to
Mhm.
hold on to cleave to keep you level headed in the season you're in. Obviously, the Most High, of course, but find something to just get up and keep going. And whether it's doing it for, and I know a sister said this to me the other day. She was like, you could have the worst day of your life, but as a mother, you still have to show up for your children.
Same
So if
thing
it's gonna
as well.
be, if you got to tell yourself, I got to do it for my kids, then do it for your kids
Con,
because they deserve their mom to be in the best version of herself possible. You
con,
know, you could be going through hell and back, but your kids need you. You got little kid, you got little humans, little tiny humans that the Most High entrusted you that need you, that's looking up to you. They looking at you like, what we doing?
con.
I'm Salem's
Mhm.
milk machine. Shoot. So I got to make sure I'm not over here stressed out all the time. Really not at all, but I got to make sure I'm keeping my stress at a minimum, at a low, not stressing because then that affects my milk supply. Okay, so in order to not stress, I need to be pouring into me. Okay, doing things to keep me level headed and calm. So do what you gotta do.
Con. I also have gotten back into journaling and writing down, how I feel, because I feel like sometimes I don't talk to nobody. I don't know why, but I journal. Journaling has been helping me ever since before I moved to Ohio. So um, actually, you know what? I just remembered me and my grandmother we were talking not too long ago, and she sent me a picture of this journal that I did when I was like in middle school. And I was like, that's where I get it from. I said, that's why I journal all the time. And I was blown away, y'all. I was talking about my day at school and everything, and I was talking about how my teachers getting on my nerves and all this other stuff. I was just like, look at little old me journaling. And I'm like, now I'm here and I'm how old and I'm still journaling. I was like, that's very beautiful. And that's what I was saying about, not only doing this for yourself, but teaching the children how to do it. Because look at me. I was probably in middle school journaling, and now I'm an adult and I still journal, and it helps me, and it's a very healthy way to do it too, because now when I sit back, and I was reading my journal the other day and I was like, oh my goodness, this entry is from 2023. I'm like, girl, you really have endured through a lot of stuff, and it just made me be able to look back and say all praises to the Most High, because I didn't even think that I was going to get past that day. But just to look back at my journal entries and to see how far I have made it, I'm just, I'm very thankful. I'm very grateful. And it also shows me that if I was able to get through that, I can definitely continue enduring through all things. So, um, get you a journal. That's all I can say. Get you a journal. It's definitely helpful.
Look, those things are instilled in you. So look at you now. Look at me
I
now.
know, I couldn't believe it. I'm gonna see if I can find it. I'm gonna send it to you, girl. You're gonna be cracking up.
Yeah, I used to journal a lot too. Not as a kid, but more so like when I was in high school. Well, I ain't gonna say I used to journal a lot. I just used to take a lot of notes. But I used to
I'm gonna see if she can send it to me again if she have it. She probably just took a picture of it. But girl, I was cracking up so bad. Oh no, here go right here. Yeah, I really want to read. All right, I'm gonna read a little bit of it. Y'all, this from 2004. Mind you, this is a 7/12/2004. I'm only gonna read a little bit of it.
oh
And
god.
that means I was in the fourth grade or the fourth grade.
That's so wow. No, that's actually beautiful because most fourth graders not thinking about journaling, bro. I'm excited to hear this because kids be ruthless. Let me see.
It say today my aunt picked me up and dropped me off. It says then I sat down for a few minutes and then I got some cereal. It says after that we went to gym. We went outside and played kickball. The boys won 13-2. Dang, we lost. But the girls still had some fun. Then we went inside because it was raining. Oh,
Wow.
my
That's
handwriting was terrible. I'm about to send this to
You
you.
know how old I was in 2004? I was 1, bro.
I was in the 4th grade.
I was 1. I was legit. I was legit. All praises. That's so beautiful. Now you gotta pass that on to baby girl. I love that. That made my day. I love that. All praises.
All praises.
Don't make me cry. But did you have anything else, darling?
I got nothing to say.
You said what?
All praises to the Most High.
All praises.
This was a really good episode.
All praises all the time. Well,
And Lord willing, this was edifying for sisters on a more serious note. Like, Lord willing, this is edifying because sometimes it'd be hard to pick ourselves up from feeling low. And if we could just find that one thing to help us continue enduring, amen. All praise to the Most High. That's all I can say. I love sisters. And Lord willing, y'all have a good week. Continue enduring through all things. And if y'all need anything, email us, inbox us, and we'll do our best to help you.
Come. We love y'all. All praise to the Most High. Lord willing, y'all have a great week and a great rest of y'all day. Call Halal, Bahasham, and 4 and 2. Shalawam.
Shalawam.